All right, hello. Let's get started. Um, so I'll be doing my presentation on technology and English. My name is Alex Childs. I'm an English and Education double major, and I'll be using Padlet and Screencast-O-Matic to teach poetry, which I'm using right now, actually. So we'll be using Padlet, the website poets.org, for their archives of different poets and poets reading their actual poetry as well, and Screencast-O-Matic to record what we'll be doing. So for Padlet, Padlet is used for sharing information with each other and collaborating on a project. The website poets.org is used to for students to see examples of poems and poems reading poetry, and Screencast-O-Matic is used for recording the students' screen and voiceovers. Uh, the benefits of such, Padlet will have students be able to see other students' work and how they're influenced by different poets. Screencast-O-Matic will be helpful for students to learn how to use recording devices as well as how to edit videos, which will be very helpful in the coming years. My own experience, I've used Padlet for a number of different things, especially this year in the College of Education. And Screencast-O-Matic has been used throughout my college experience. Very, very helpful. Two of these, they're both free and they're very helpful. So I will be creating a mini lesson where students will be researching, creating, and recording their own poetry. So for this activity, students will collaborate on a shared Padlet to create poems and narrate them. The objectives as such are to research the poetry, find out how they like different types of poetry and how to read different types of poetry, how to create their own poetry, and then post that poetry onto the Padlet using Screencast-O-Matic. The process, they'll start by researching poetry. They'll have 3 different poems that they will be researching and using poets.org to see artists reading the actual poetry as well, loading the cadence in which they use. Then they will be creating their own poetry and posting on the Padlet, and they'll be sharing the poetry through Screencast-O-Matic and listening to themselves or recording themselves reading the poetry. This uses the impacts of meaningful learning. It is very active, constructive, and cooperative. So they're working together. They're seeing each other's work and learning from each other, and they're actively creating something new. Now, as it relates to TPAC, we'll see how the technology and pedagogy is related, how this is a way for students to use the knowledge on the internet to create something, and to use this to collaborate with their own classmates. For technology and content, the TPK, they will be learning more and more about the content of poetry, how poetry is made, how poetry is read, and learn more background knowledge about the actual poetry they will be reading. Now, as it relates to tech integration, it's a practice. This is something that will take time for students to learn as well as teachers. So this is not something that will be learned overnight, but the teacher and the student will be learning as they go. There's also a process. Students will be able to, as they learn, they'll learn from each other and put together these processes to learn how to use these different resources as Padlet and Screencast-O-Matic, and learning about what is available for them on the web. Thank you.